All right, here we are. We're back over here at the Bell County Expo Center, live and live in color. Got a good matchup coming our way here. Looks like we've got some team-on-team action here. JBJ, Justin Burton Jr. versus Logan Chamberlain. I'm not going to lie, I think the head-to-head count right now favors Burton Jr. So we're getting ready to get started here. They just did their back on their down. We get the spin out of the way. Looks like it favors Logan. Logan will get first bag, and we are live. Both of these guys throwing the same type of bag here with the Wizard. Logan with a nice little long shot on his first throw. JBJ says, appreciate you. Plays a little block game. Burton Jr. is just going to go, tries to go through that. Ends up in it with a little counter block there. Logan tries to do a little flop shot. Just misses it just a tad bit. A little short on that. Burton Jr. decides to go and stay up the gut. I assume we're going to get an airmail shot here. Put it up. And knock it almost all the way in. So he gets a 10 right there. Looks like a 10 on 5. Gets 5 points there. Man, I don't know how that one stayed in there. Just hugged that hole and didn't come back. Didn't go back in. 5-0 right now. Burton Jr. over Chamberlain. Like I said, Burton Jr. one of the hottest throwers across the country right now. Coming off some top quality finishes last weekend, as well as the Corpus stop as well, where he double dipped. He had singles and doubles as well. Let's see if Logan can lock in here, give him some good competition so we can see a good matchup on this live event here. As I say that, he misses one off to the right-hand side. Little northeast action. 2 more points there for Burton Jr. I'll have to ask to see how well on the answer itself, I guess, on how it is to play your partner. Like, what is the mentality going into that game? I mean, it's got to be a different feel. It's not the normal. You play somebody that you know well. And I'm pretty sure that happens all the time, especially with a lot of these guys that play against each other and travel to the same events as well. So I'd imagine it's probably no different than playing your partner as well. Let's see if he tries to step out a little bit and tries to go for the push. He goes slick side down 50% of the way out of there. Doesn't hit the correct side of the bag. Hits the left side of that front bag. Ends up moving further left. JBJ might get that little roll shot going. He's got the tilt. Tries to go over the top. Just barely misses it. That's going to set up for another push shot now. It's 75% of the way through. Pushes it a little harder and gets some points there. Logan Chamberlain. Nobody shuts this guy out. I think he gains 2 on that one. Nope, gets 4. So 7-4 right now. Burton Jr. still leading over Logan. Logan now gets first bag since the first throw of the match. Always curious to see or to wonder what the playlist is going in people's ears. Little flat side block there. Logan decides to kind of counteract it. Doesn't like it too much. He looks at the screen. Justin tries to go over the top, leaves it a little short, pushes that first one in, but bag in hand decides to go off the backside. So now Logan set up for at least 1 point here. Tries to, I don't know if he was trying to flop it or because he didn't have a normal throw. Justin goes over the top. Nasty time to get him 1 point. So 8-4 right now. Burton Jr. over Chamberlain. Yeah, it just came out of hand, and I don't know if he was just trying to jump over that bag, which I thought he was just going to go slick side and at least bare minimum get a point because he had good rhythm going into that. It would have been a 7-5 matchup. Instead, now it's 8-4. Justin Burton Jr. leaves that first bag hanging in the hole, pushes Logan a little bit off to the left-hand side after Logan tossed his bag. Does a great job of cleaning up the rest of those bags there with his second bag. Begs for it to get up. Had plenty of room. Burton Jr. in with a 4-bagger. Logan decides to go a little too hard. Gives up another 2 points. So a lot of these points right now, Logan giving up, it's not because of Justin making them or forcing them to make the mistakes. It's all on him right now. Decides to go ahead and eat them peanut M&Ms real quick, acting like we can't see them. Take a swig of his water. I think it's like some kind of apple juice of some sort, but that's just me. First bag in for Burton Jr. Let's see if those peanut M&Ms give him a little bit more power, or at least a little bit more accuracy. The power's there. It's the accuracy right now. Flat side block on the right-hand side, just a little bit. Burton Jr. pushes it in, but he misses a little southeast of that bag. Good job of getting around by Logan. Burton way outside, tries to bring that bag in, and he does a great job of bringing that bag right back in, hanging out on the right-hand side. Logan decides to go ahead and wash this one out as well with a 12-12 wash. That was an excellent shot there by Burton Jr. hanging out. I think he had a shoelace on the mat. He went so far out right side, but that's what he does, man. He does a good job of getting those bags from the outskirts, bringing them back in just for a nice little 12-12 wash. 10-4 right now, Burton Jr. over Logan Chamberlain. There we go. Bag for bag right now. No dirty game. I don't know if he's trying to play dirty game or not. And I'm talking about Logan. Logan likes to play that dirty game. Dirty up the board a little bit. But nonetheless, it's a 12-12 wash. Burton Jr. with the first throw. Hits that little dead spot right at the beginning of that board there. Kind of died out a little bit, leaving it out to the right-hand side. Logan says, I want to play with you. Let me throw mine to the right-hand side. Burton Jr. comes right back up the gut, decides to V-block, beat V-block. Logan has the tilt, tries to go over the top, lands right on top of Burton Jr.'s bag. Does he go flip side, try to bar soap, flip him on the backside, or does he just go normal? He's got the flip side. He's got the hard push. Oh, and he pushes him in. He misses it. He misses that shot a little bit to the right-hand side. If he's up the gut a little bit more, he's good. Logan does a good job of getting back into that hole, plugging up that gap. Looks like we'll go hard push. Does a good job of replacing that front bag. See if Logan just goes straight up the gut and tries to gain those. Goes over the top. Trampolines off the front bag, pushes him in, gives up 3. Unfortunate there. Such a fun round to kind of develop there and just didn't execute right at the end. I really thought we were going to go with just a normal slick side push, but he decided he wanted to go over the top there instead. So 13-4 right now. Burton Jr. over Logan.
Logan really had a chance to score there, but messed up that last bag. He played it really well throughout that round, though.
Yeah, I honestly thought he was going to roll it in myself.
I thought he was going to go slick side. I thought the slick side was there. Justin was already up front, but his bag was hanging on the right-hand side to where he could pick that up. But nonetheless, he decided to go with the airmail. He's got 3 bags up front right now. One hanging on to the left-hand side, the other 2 in front that could work. Yeah. Justin with a smart bag, force him to go over the top. He goes slick side push. Wow, what a bag. Goodness gracious, Logan Chamberlain. I always say I want to see it. Usually I try to call that shot ahead of time. Unfortunately, I didn't call that one. And, of course, that's when he pulls it out, pushes his bags in, flips the bag over to the backhand side, and yet still kind of limits the damage a little bit. So.
Yeah, it's fun to see a shot like that, but it's tough to put yourself in those positions, to make shots like that.
No, for sure. Sometimes you do. You definitely got to have it in your bag if you need it, though.
especially when you're playing against your partner. You know, you know each other's moves. You know what. Matter of fact, each one of them knows what the other one's going to do before they do it, I'm sure. So they're
right now, the difference of this game has been the consistency. This is going to be probably just a normal slick side push. Right up the gut. Oh, and he misses it to the right a little bit. Now this will be for a wash. And he misses his to the right a little bit. That's unfortunate. But just like I was just about to say, is that this game right here, the difference right now, the reason it's such a wide range is because of the consistency itself. Logan has been a little bit less consistent than Burton Jr. has been. And it's just one of those things to where, you know, Burton Jr. is just up the gut, nothing too flashy. He's got it in his bag, but he doesn't need it unless he wants to use it. He doesn't necessarily have to use it.
He's going to come in on the board hard here. Try to tap that back bag down a little bit.
I think he might go for it. He does play aggressive a little bit too. Goes up. Nasty time, Burton Jr. Like I said, I've been watching him now for the past year, and I can kind of read into his mind now on exactly how he plays. So it's kind of fun to watch these guys, and all of a sudden they execute the shots that you've seen them execute before. So that airmail.
You think he shoots that airmail against a different player than his partner?
I think in that situation, yes. I think just because he had such a big lead in that scenario that him gaining points, he had more to gain than he did to lose in that scenario.
Yeah.
And a couple of points wouldn't have hurt him there. It's kind of like, I describe it like a Matt guy. You know, he's got a great airmail, but he's also a great slider as well. And it's just one of those things to where Justin does a good job of sliding, and he's got a pretty good airmail as well. Good little push out there by him. He doesn't like it, but it does his job. Now it's set up to get 2 points to see as long as he doesn't miss it out too far right. He tries to bring that last front bag in, but no need to because that's a hard bag to bring in, especially whenever you only have one bag left. So he gains 2 points out of that. 19-6 right now, Burton Jr. over Chamberlain. This is a situation to where you know it's going to be a long day anyway, so you might as well go ahead and make it a little longer here. Try to figure out something. One of the reasons why he was missing was because we had some stuff in front. So force some errors as much as possible and see if we can get something rolling here. Good flat bag block. He's got a little bit of a push there. Does a good job of now setting up a V block. See if Burton goes over the top. He tries to roll over the top, misses it just a little bit. Does he go straight slick? Slick side push. Moves heavy to the right side. Slick side down. Rocket fire. Shoom. There it is. Good little pickup there by Logan. That's a tough shot. Burton Jr. decides he's going to bring that bag back in too. That's a good shot right there too. Logan likes that because it doesn't just fall in, and now those bags could come into play off of this last bag right here for Burton Jr. And he does a good job of hitting that gap first and all of a sudden making that bag in. So good job by both players by executing those 4-bag shots. So
got us a guest commentator up here.
Who we got?
KB.
Okay, KB.
You got any words of wisdom going into watching these teammates play? How hard is it to play your teammate?
It's definitely more bragging rights. You don't want to lose to your own partner.
So how many times have you and your partner had to go at it?
Quite a bit.
Who has more tick marks on wins?
I think we're pretty even, if you ask me.
I'll tell you who's not even in the tick marks. Logan over Burton Jr. Burton Jr.'s got his number.
Well, this could be the game here.
So I was before y'all came on earlier, I was talking about it all by myself, to where I was talking about how you have situations where you play your teammate, but then all of a sudden, I feel like it's almost kind of the same way because you almost feel like you play some of the same guys as you travel through other national tournaments and stuff. Good finish there by JBJ there with the win. But kind of explain that there, KB. Let me know. Do you have the same mentality? Because you're talking about playing your partner and it's bragging rights, but whenever you play some of these guys that you see, pretty often, is it pretty much almost kind of like the same mentality? Like there's really no difference there. I feel like there's no difference from playing your partner to actually playing, somebody that you see pretty much, at every big tournament itself.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, it's like the same thing. You don't want to go back home, and then be like, I beat you or nothing like that. You always want to definitely have the big upper hand to it, but I mean, I never want to lose to Logan. That's one guy I don't want to lose to.
You and me both.
So